The Defense Headquarters Abuja has indicated that 603 former Boko Haram fighters will be reintegrated to their communities by June 2020 after undergoing Operation Safe Corridors, the de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration. The DHQ's Defense Media Operations stated this at a press conference on Friday. It noted that through the same Safe Corridor, 280 clients have successfully undergone the program and reintegrated into the society, while 25 of this number were repatriated to Nigerian Republic. Joining us live in the studio is Dickson Osajie, a security expert, to shed more light on this. Now, the federal government, through the Nigerian Army, is considering integrating these repentant Boko Haram members back, not just into the community now, and a possibility into the Nigerian Army. Your quick thoughts on this?
Well, it's devastating because these were the guys that placed us on a third position in the global terrorism index, according to statistics. And after placing us in that position, they made us the 15th most dangerous country in the world and 143 most peaceful nation in the world. You know, they made us perform so negatively wise. You know, but for me, my reaction to this is that the military or the government are trying to recycle danger into the society. Because guys who has this kind of ideology, the ideology to kill, maim, destroy, made a lot of widows. We go to most of our military base now, we have thousands of widows, and some people lost their brothers in action. Even when I heard about it, I remembered when my younger brother was shot in Chibok during the rescue of those Chibok girls, though he survived the gunshot. And I just have a flashback that peradventure he died in action. So these guys that killed my brother will be given the opportunity to be integrated in society. And that is an intentional error by the government.
Now, some Nigerians don't seem to understand why this set of people are given, it seems like a preferential kind of treatment, given the amount of harm they've inflicted on innocent people, victims in the country. Now, why do you think, is this judged by international standard, is this acceptable?
Well, for me, I don't think this is an acceptable process in reintegrating a terrorist. These guys are not just, property criminals. They are violent criminals, you know. Because violent criminals, to the extent that they are also extremists, religious extremists, they are driven by ideology. And anyone who is driven by ideology, it could take till eternity for you to reformat his thinking faculty. I think for me, the military should be very careful because if they reintegrate these guys back to society, I really don't have a 100% problem with that, but I'm worried about that because you'll be projecting 603 evil characters to the society, even if they've repented. Well, I don't know the measurement of their repentance. So for me, if they come back to the military will suffer a human intelligence source. Human intelligence source in the sense that the Boko Haram elements they might still be contacting their friends. Benny Ag, let me give you a scenario, for example. I joined the Nigerian Army 23 years ago, and I voluntarily resigned some many years ago as well. Each time I'm driving around and I see some military guys on the express road, I stop to pick these guys and take them to their destination. Why? Because I was once a soldier and I remain a soldier. And that is the mentality, the driven mentality, you know, the state mentality to protect the states. Now come to the ideological aspect of the terrorist, you know. Once a terrorist is always a terrorist, you know. He will, whenever he sees his fellow brother perpetrating evil act against the state, I think he might have mercy for those guys because he's driven by ideology.
Now, do you think that there might likely be a boomerang and the government regretting this move? Is there a possibility of a boomerang? Oh, sure. The government is going to regret it because, first of all, most of the soldiers in the front line, they are not happy. I read a chat some few days back, and one of the guys were saying that, well, his friend was killed, his brother was killed, his colleagues were killed in action, and the people who killed these guys are being reintegrated. So what is the essence of being in the front line? You understand? So the military must also look into the psychological and intelligence aspect of this operation because the operation failed psychological-wise in the sense that our soldiers, High Command has projected our soldiers in the front line, exposed them to danger for 3-4 years. Because when you put a soldier in the front line for about 3 to 4 years, that's a psychological failure. Because the morale gets to a level and it depreciates. You understand? You cannot fight till eternity. So that is the psychological aspect. Then the intelligence aspect is that these guys might be gathering intelligence for the enemy. And if you have people projected into the society to source intelligence against you, you will not be safe. Dickson Osajie, security expert, thank you for joining us on the news.
Thank you.